let's continue lecture 4. This is 4b. See? Property of the Poisson bracket. The fourth, okay, the fourth property is Jacobi identity. It is recommended to study the derivation of the Jacobi identity related to the Lie bracket. Okay? It's analogous. The derivation is analogous. See? Now, this here is the bracket, okay, of A, bracket again, okay, the Poisson, in this case, the Poisson bracket twice, one here and one there, plus, attention now, this is very interesting because this is a cyclic permutation. You see, A, B, B, C, C, A. Now look at that. After B is C, C, A, B. This add to the sum is 0. Observe that the sum is over cyclic permutations, as I said here. So then you can derive only for the first term. Okay? The second term you just apply the cyclic permutation. And the third term you also apply the cyclic. Okay? So this is the total sum is 0, leading to the Jacobi identity. That's a proof, okay? That's a claim, this is a claim, you see? And this now I want to prove. Attention now, the function A, okay, depends on this variable Q and P. And in this case, Q is a function of T and P is a function of T, you see? And the autonomous system, these are function of T, but it's not explicit, because in the explicit we have the Poisson bracket function of Q, P, and T, you see, which is not the case. So let's prove. Now, as I said, first we define in general, okay, the Poisson bracket, the function f and g. Attention now, f is a function of q and p. Likewise, g is a function of q and p. They are related to the phase space or the cotangent space. So that's the formula we derived in previous video. So let's start step 1. It starts with A, B, and C. So it's the first term over here. See? The second and the third steps, you don't need to derive. You just apply the cyclic permutation. That's why we'll develop only the start with the first term. Now, this is Poisson bracket of B and C. You just use this formula over here, okay, which we derived in previous lecture. Then, again, you see the Poisson bracket between A and this bracket over here, the internal bracket, okay? That's quite easy. Just follow the definition, you see, and just to compute, okay? Now, item A, partial of pi with respect to this bracket B and C, Poisson bracket. You just develop, okay, apply the definition here inside this parenthesis, okay, which is right there. Let me show to clarify, okay, for more clarity. You see, this parenthesis here is this parenthesis over here, see? Just a look at that. And item B, partial respect to Qi, applied to this Poisson bracket. This is parenthesis over here, parentheses over there. Now, I is, attention now, I here is free indices and J is dummy. You see? That's right. Dummy index. That's right here. See? Now, as I said before, steps 2 and 3, you want to sum over the cyclic permutations. You see, according to cyclic permutation, you see ABC, the next, BCA, the next, CAB. And canceling adequately, you adequate canceling, you see, the symmetric terms, you cancel, exactly as we did on the Lie bracket, the derivation of Jacobi identity for the Lie bracket, which you already did. It's the same. The cancellation is analogous, you see. Then this leads to the Jacobi identity. You just add the sum, this will be 0, which is proved that the property of the Poisson curly bracket, the Jacobi identity, that can be written as these 3 terms over here, okay? Again, there's a permutation cyclic, okay? ABC, BCA, CAB. This adds to 0, okay? So again, I recommend to you to study the derivation of the Lie bracket, okay? It's analogous to the Poisson bracket. Poisson or curly bracket, see?